Welcome to After Hours, where stories come alive after dark. I'm your host, and tonight, we begin something new. This is The Inheritance, a serialized thriller about secrets, power, and the dangerous legacy one man left behind. When Marcus Cole's estranged father dies, he inherits more than money. He inherits enemies, and a truth that will change everything he thought he knew. This is Episode 1, The Letter. The last time I saw my father, I was 22 years old. He stood in the doorway of my apartment, uninvited, and told me something I've never repeated to anyone. He said, "The day I die, you'll understand why I am the way I am, and you'll hate yourself for judging me." I told him to leave. He did. 12 years later, I got a letter. I work at Whitmore and Associates, corporate accounting. I audit expense reports for companies that pay us to find problems they already know about. It's boring work. Predictable. Safe. That's why I chose it. Come in. Marcus Cole? That's me. Do we have a meeting scheduled? No. I'm Elena Vance. I'm an attorney with Ashford Price. May I sit? Sure. What's this about? Mr. Cole, I'm here to inform you that your father, Victor Cole, passed away 11 days ago. I see. I understand you were estranged. That's one word for it. I'm not here to discuss your relationship. I'm here because you've been named in his estate. I don't want anything from him. With respect, Mr. Cole, you don't know what anything means yet. What is that supposed to? Your father left specific instructions. This envelope is to be delivered to you personally, unopened, within 14 days of his death. I am 11 days in. The instructions were particular about the timing. What's in it? I don't know. I was retained specifically because I wouldn't ask. That doesn't make sense. Mr. Cole, your father retained our firm for 19 years. In that time, I've learned that nothing about him makes sense until it has to. What do you mean, until it has to? You'll understand soon enough. My card is in the envelope. If you need to reach me, use the second number, not the first. Why? Because the first one isn't real. I sat there for 47 minutes before I opened it. I told myself I didn't care, that whatever was in that envelope was from a man who chose money over family, secrets over truth, and silence over love. But I opened it anyway. Inside were 3 things. A letter, handwritten. His handwriting? I recognized it from birthday cards he stopped sending when I turned 15. A key, small, brass, no markings. And a phone, a burner, already charged, 1 contact saved in it. The contact was listed under one word, emergency. I read the letter. Marcus, if you're reading this, I'm dead. And if I'm dead, you're in danger. I know you hate me. You have reasons. Good ones. But the things you think you know about me are not the whole truth. They're not even close. I was not a good father. I was not a good man. But I did one thing right. I kept you out of it. For 34 years, I made sure you never touched what I touched, never met who I met, never owed what I owed. That protection died with me. There are people who will come for you now, not because you did anything wrong, but because you're my blood. And blood is collateral in the world I lived in. The key opens a safety deposit box at First Union Bank on Chambers Street, box 1147. Go there, soon. What's inside will explain what I can't put in writing. The phone is for emergencies only. If you call that number, you cannot uncall it. Do you understand? Once you dial, you're in. There's no out. I'm sorry, Marcus. I'm sorry I couldn't be who you needed. I'm sorry I couldn't tell you the truth. And I'm sorry for what's about to happen. But you're my son. And if you're anything like me, and you are, even if you hate to admit it, you'll survive this. Don't trust anyone who knew me, including the woman who gave you this letter. I left work early, told my manager I had a family emergency. He didn't ask questions. People never do when you say the word family. It was Desiree, my wife. Hey, you okay? You sound off. Long day. I'll be home in 20. There's leftover pasta. I'll heat it up. Thanks. Marcus. Yeah? Whatever it is, you can tell me. You know that, right? I know. Okay. See you soon. She knew something was wrong. She always did. That was the thing about Desiree. She could read silence like other people read words. It's why I married her. It's also why I couldn't tell her. Not yet. Because once I said it out loud, Once I admitted that my dead father had just reached into my life from beyond the grave and dropped a bomb in my lap, it would become real. And I wasn't ready for real. We ate in silence. She didn't push. That's something else I loved about her. After dinner, she fell asleep on the couch watching a documentary about penguins. I covered her with a blanket and went to the bedroom. I sat on the edge of the bed and took out the letter again. Don't trust anyone who knew me, including the woman who gave you this letter. ... Elena Vance. Attorney. Worked for my father for 19 years. What does that even mean? Don't trust her? She delivered an envelope. That's it. Unless that's not it. I looked at the phone. One contact. Emergency. ... My thumb hovered over the call button. Once you dial, you're in. There's no out. I put it in the nightstand drawer. Then I couldn't sleep. The next morning, I told Desiree I had a client meeting downtown. Another lie. They were coming easier now. First Union Bank on Chamber Street. I'd walked past it 1,000 times. Never gone inside. Can I help you, sir? Yes. I need to access a safety deposit box. Number 1147. Do you have the key? Yes. And your identification? Here. Marcus Cole. You're on the authorized list. Follow me, please. Authorized list. He said it like it was normal. Like my dead father adding my name to a secret safety deposit box I never knew existed was just procedure. Box 1147. Take as long as you need. Press the button on the wall when you're finished. The room was small. Just a table, a chair, and the box. Inside were documents. Dozens of them. Financial records. Account statements from banks I'd never heard of. Some in English, some in German, some in languages I couldn't identify, and photographs. My father. Younger. Standing with men in suits. Politicians. I recognized 2 senators and a foreign ambassador from the news. Businessmen. And others. Men who didn't smile. Men who looked like they'd never smiled in their lives. And then I found the envelope at the bottom. It was labeled, "For Marcus. Read last." Marcus. If you've made it this far, you've seen the documents, you've seen the photos, you're starting to understand. But you don't understand everything. Not yet. Here's what you need to know. For 31 years, I worked for an organization that doesn't exist on paper. We don't have a name. We don't have offices. We don't have business cards. What we have is influence. The kind of influence that changes elections, collapses economies, and makes people disappear. I was their accountant. Every dollar that moved through their operations, every bribe, every payoff, every wire transfer to every shell company and every tax haven in the world went through me. I kept records. That was my insurance. And now, that insurance is yours. The documents in this box are leverage. They contain evidence that could destroy some of the most powerful people in the world. As long as you have them, you're dangerous. And as long as you're dangerous, you're valuable. But here's the problem, Marcus. They know you have them now. The moment you open this box, a silent alarm was triggered. Not to the police. To them. They know you're here. They know your name. And within 72 hours, someone will contact you. When they do, you have 2 choices. 1, give them everything. Walk away. Pretend this never happened. They'll let you live, probably, but you'll spend the rest of your life wondering when they'll change their minds. 2, use the phone. I can't tell you what happens if you use the phone. I can only tell you that it's your only other option. I'm sorry, son. I'm sorry I built this life. I'm sorry I'm handing it to you, but you're the only one I trust. I sat in my car for 2 hours. The documents were in my bag. My hands wouldn't stop shaking. 72 hours. That's what he said. Within 72 hours, someone would contact me. Hello, Mr. Cole. We need to meet. Who is this? A friend of your father's. My father didn't have friends. No, he didn't. But he had associates. And I was one of them. What do you want? What you took from the box, Mr. Cole. Would like it returned. And if I don't... Your wife works at Lincoln Elementary School. 3rd grade. Wonderful teacher, from what I hear. Very dedicated. She stays late, most Fridays, to prepare for the following week. It would be a shame if her dedication put her in the wrong place at the wrong time. Don't you touch her. That's entirely up to you, Mr. Cole. Tomorrow, 8 p.m. There's a parking garage on West 44th Street. Level 3. Come alone. Bring everything. I sat there, phone in my hand, rain streaking down the windshield. He mentioned Desiree. He knew where she worked. He knew her schedule. This wasn't a threat. This was a demonstration. They were showing me how easy it would be. I took out the burner phone. One contact. Emergency. Once you dial, you're in. There's no out. ... My thumb pressed the call button. Inheritance confirmed. What's your status? I don't. They threatened my wife. They want the documents. Tomorrow night. Location, parking garage. West 44th. Level 3. Time? 8 p.m. Don't go. What? If you go, you'll die. They won't negotiate. They don't need to. Then what do I do? Go home. Act normal. We'll be in touch. Who is we? Who are you? We're the people your father built the insurance for. I came home. Desiree was cooking dinner. She smiled when I walked in. That same smile she'd given me for 6 years. The one that used to mean safety. Now it meant something else. It meant she had no idea what I'd just done. What I'd just pulled her into. There you are. Meeting run long? Yeah. Traffic was brutal. Hungry? Starving. I watched her move around the kitchen. So normal. So unaware. In the pocket of my jacket, the burner phone was silent. But I knew it would ring again. And when it did, everything would change. I had made my choice. I had dialed the number, and now I was in. The story continues tomorrow. What Marcus doesn't know yet is that the woman on the phone isn't who she says she is. And the documents in his bag? They're missing one page. The one page that matters. If you want to find out what happens next, hit subscribe and turn on notifications. New episodes drop every single day. This is After Hours. See you in the dark.